It's Emily. Some of you might remember me from last year when I did Yaz. At least I hope that Muriel and Garrett and Rob remember me. I was so happy that Audrey asked me to judge this challenge. It's such a cool challenge. I was so impressed with what you guys produced. I hope I'm qualified to critique these pieces. I was a dance choreographer. I am a dance choreographer, and then I entered Yaz last year to try out skating choreography. So I know what you guys are going through. Yaz it's hard. You're producing so much work over such a short amount of time, and you're getting so much feedback. It's exhausting. It's exhilarating. It takes a lot of courage. So I give everybody credit just for doing this because it's not easy, and most people cannot do what you're doing. So let's do scores, yeah? This is in no particular order. It started with Amy, and Amy, you chose Travis Wall, and then Muriel also chose Mark Dallas, which kind of made me giggle because they're just babies, you know? I don't even know if they can drink yet. But I do like Travis Wall. I think he's wonderful. I don't think you were skating this piece. It didn't look like you, but I'm not sure. You didn't introduce your skater. But I don't think it was you. It's definitely harder to put choreography. Well, it's definitely a different kind of challenge to put choreography on somebody else versus just skating your own stuff. It's certainly more time consuming. And in the format of this competition, I'm definitely sensitive to that because you're producing so much work and it feels like there's never enough time to clean everything up. But whatever. That being said, you're so musical. You're such, you really caught so many nice moments in the choreography that lesser choreographers would have totally missed. I loved the shoot the duck into the ice slide. That was a wonderful, cool moment. I liked the 2 times that your skater went down to the ice. I think it was this close to lasting too long, but it worked out. It worked out fine. It looked really contemporary. I did think that the movement got a little bit sloppy at times. Like she lost a little bit of control of her upper body, and especially like on some of those spiral kick kind of things that she did. I also wish she could have paid a little bit more attention to her hands. They could have been more articulate, which would have, I think some moves lost their impact for me because I was watching her hands. But again, I mean, I'm way more forgiving of that kind of stuff, especially like considering how quickly you put this work together and you want to get your big ideas out there. And I'm sure if you had more time to clean it up, these things would, you know, be improved a little bit. But this piece was so good. I wanted to watch it again as soon as I finished it. I think if Travis Wall was to do a skating piece, I imagine that it would look a lot like this. So nice job, and I gave you 4 stars. Next, BB. You chose Balanchine as your master, and sounded weird. You chose Balanchine and the music of Firebird, and you said in your intro that Firebird is really commonly used music in skating. True. But you were hoping to do something different with it, and I'm not quite sure that you got there. I liked the opening. I liked the pace of it. It was, but to me it screamed Swan Lake more than Firebird, just from the way that she was really slowly flapping her wings. And that's more of a Swan Lake thing, I think, than Firebird, which is like more of a quick, small flutter. I saw the Balanchine Jerome Robbins version of Firebird a few years ago at New York City Ballet, and Teresa Reichland was dancing it. And that's one thing that I really noticed with her was just the speed of and the really petite fluttering of the Firebird. And so I felt like a little bit like I was watching Swan Lake to Stravinsky Firebird. Other than that, though, so much openness, like clean lines, neoclassical Balanchine style. I really liked the section after the jump in the program where you had the two nice sort of Firebird poses and then like the quick head tilt. Those were really cute. It got a little bit sleepy for me in the middle section. I think there might have also just been too many music cuts, considering like this was a short, like under 3 minutes, I think, piece, and it lost a little bit of intensity for me. I loved the solo Bowman spin at the end. That was great. You never see those anymore because, you know, under IJS you have to have like 15 variations on your layback. And I would have liked, I think the ending position could have been something a little bit more special. But overall, it was nice. It was pretty. It was really nice. It's great to see Mirai. It's great to see you doing choreography. I always loved your Sarah Kawahara programs back when you were competing, and so it's really cool to see you making your own stuff now and like what your style looks like. And I am really excited to see more. So good job. I gave you 2.5 stars. Next, Robert Motti. Hi, Rob. You did Alvin Ailey, and you picked Bolero for the music. Wow, I did not know what to think about that. It's a bizarre choice for Ailey. But Bolero, I mean, like Firebird, it's just done so much in skating, and it's always, to me, it's just odd that so many skaters choose Bolero because it's just, you're inviting the Torvill and Dean comparison, and I don't really think anybody looks that good compared to that program. But, and also, to me, this felt like a competitive short program. I think it actually is this Wesley's program for this year? Yeah, at some point I felt like I knew which elements were left in the program. Like I was excited for the footwork sequence there towards the middle. I knew it was coming. Still, I love the opening steps. He has arms that go on forever, and I love the dramatic, like, opening few steps. Let me think, what else? Great transitions, great connecting steps into the jumping passes. I loved the slide that he did right before the footwork sequence, like with the back toe pick sliding, and there was this girl in pink skating in front of him, and she kind of looked over her shoulder like she was terrified by how ferocious his attack was on the footwork, and that made me smile. It was really cute. What else? Yeah, the footwork was good. Level 4, definitely. +3 GOE. But I did not see a lot of Ailey in this program. I was excited by your intro when you said that you wanted to do something crazy and wild and even ugly. But I don't think you quite got there. But, you know, I'm a fan. I know your work. I mean, and so I definitely, I know what you're capable of, and I don't want to hold you to a different standard than people that I'm not as familiar with, but for this challenge, it would have been better to see a little bit more of the Ailey, if that's the choreographer. I mean, considering that that's the choreographer you chose. Does that make sense? Yeah. I gave you 3 stars. Catherine. Hi, Catherine. I have a choreography crush on you. Oh my gosh. You chose Ohad Naharin, which I almost squealed when I saw that you chose him. He's one of my favorite choreographers. I love Batsheva. He has a piece called -16 that you can see on YouTube. I think you can see most of it on YouTube, at least. It's one of my favorite dance pieces of all time. This program was great. It was weird. There were great shapes. It wasn't classically pretty. It wasn't a program that I've seen before. I love the silence at the beginning.